All right, welcome back, everybody, to game number 2 of the Central Plains regional coverage today. We have an elimination game, our second one of the day. This is between the runner-up from Minnesota, the Eden Prairie Eagles, and the runner-up from Nebraska, Elkhorn South Storm. So, thank you all for tuning in here. The Elkhorn South also go by PDG Gold. As with all Nebraska teams, they have a sponsor of some sort. But that's what we're looking at right now. Both of these teams very fearsome. Got some serious talent on both of them, and we will see who's able to pull it out. For the PDG Gold / Elkhorn South Storm, they enter the game at 25 and 23, and 25, 23 and 1. They lost to the Post 22 Hard Hats last night, who won on their home turf 9-5. Leading off for PDG Gold will be shortstop Kobe Eichmeyer, followed by second baseman Carson Rauner, left fielder and Oregon Duck commit Michael Mechna. Then cleaning up is first baseman Austin Greery. Then the right fielder Jack Ulrich will be at the 5-hole. Third baseman Carter O'Neill bats 6th. Center fielder Luke Hoskinson will be 7th. Catcher Crew McDonald is 8th. And designated hitter Connor Preble will be 9th, with Brock Songster on the mound. So the first three for the Gold: shortstop Kobe Eichmeyer, second baseman Carson Rauner, and left fielder Michael Mechna. The middle three: first baseman Austin Greery, right fielder Jack Ulrich, and third baseman Carter O'Neill. And the bottom three: center fielder Luke Hoskinson, catcher Drew McDonald, and designated hitter Connor Preble, with Brock Songster on the mound. So now for Eden Prairie, they'll be the road team in this game. Leading off for them, Nick Thompson, the second baseman. And the shortstop, Joey Flom, will be second. Designated hitter, Seth Tierney, will be third. First baseman, Ashton Ferris, will be fourth. Catcher, Dawson Miller, will be fifth. Right fielder, Carter Arneson, will be at the 6th. Then center fielder, Cade Hutchison, will be 7th. Left fielder, Connor Meadows, is 8th. And third baseman, I believe it's Haddon Armstrong at the 9, with Nick Machelet on the mound. Or maybe it's Machelet. I will see real quick.
Baseball fans, please welcome to the field the umpires for game number 6. All play umpires, John
Machelet.
First base umpire, Tim Higgins, and third base umpire, Eric Bueller. Players of both teams, while they meet, if you please line up on your second baseline, we appreciate that.
Oh no, it's saying Machelet. Machelet. And we will get set for this game in just a moment. These two teams runner up. Loser goes home. Winner moves on.
Baseball fans, we are glad you're with us here on day 2, game number 6 of the American Central Plains Regional. At this time, please welcome to the field Mr. Doug Harris. He is the South Dakota Vice Commander for the American Legion for the Code of Sportsmanship.
Good morning, gentlemen. Welcome to day 2. Sensing a lot of confidence on Eden Prairie's part since they were out there playing punt, pass, and kick for their warm-up. So, good luck.
Eden Prairie was having a fun time passing around the football out there in the outfield.
Keep the rules. Keep faith with my teammates. Keep my temper. Keep myself fit. Keep a stout heart in defeat. Keep my pride under in victory. Keep a sound soul, a clean mind, and a healthy body. Thank you and good luck.
Thank you, Mr. Harris.
All right.
Fans at this time, we ask that you please rise.
All right. Okay, national anthem time. Here we go.
Playing of the national anthem. Veterans and active duty military not in uniform may also salute the flag. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
Okay. So we're getting ready to start here. The PDG Gold will be pitching first to the Eden Prairie Eagles. So Eagles are going to get their turn here in a moment. We do have some weather concerns. Currently, though, it's looking fine. If you, according to weather.com, let me refresh the page, see if maybe the weather changed. It sometimes does that. 15% chance. Oh, it just got a lot better. Ha! The storm went the wrong direction or something for it to land here. So that's a lot better. So currently, it says intermittent. It's just going to be mostly cloudy. Wow, it really cleared up. So currently it says mostly cloudy, 15% chance of rain for the next 3 hours. And then it'll be cloudy, but not a lot of thunderstorms at 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. Those are all 24% chance of rain, all scattered stuff. So we actually might not get a rain delay today. It was looking like it, but because just a few hours ago it was a 49% chance of rain for that 3 o'clock slot, according to weather.com. And it was supposed to be like 70% chance at 5 o'clock, but now it's a 24% chance of hitting us with any rain at all. So it's looking a lot better. There is a little bit of concern though, but all in all, that's good news. I thought this one would have to maybe end in the rain. It still might, but it says only 17% chance of any rain coming in the next 3 hours. So we'll be ready here. On the mound here for the PDG Gold Storm is Brock Songster. He is committed to Doane University in Nebraska, an NAIA school.
The designated hitter will be number 2, Connor Preble. And on the mound, number 15, Brock Songster.
Pitcher intentionally throwing a few low so that the catcher, Crew McDonald, can warm up his defense against spiked balls. Nick Thompson coming up here. Eden Prairie, pretty successful all in all. They did lose to Fargo 6-2, but a lot of good hitting in that game. They actually got 12 hits and lost. Because the Fargo pitcher, Zach Lamont, was able to strand so many runners. Eden Prairie comes into the game 29-8. And we're 2011 Legion World Champions, or World Series champions. Something that only the Post-22 Hard Hats have done in this group.
Moving on to the top of the first for Eden Prairie, the second baseman is number 4, Mick Thompson.
So Mick Thompson now is going to lead things off for the Eden Prairie Eagles. Thompson was 3 for 4 yesterday, 3 singles. That will put us at the top of the first inning as we get set to go. Eden Prairie. First pitch comes. That's a strike. Never mind, ball, a little bit inside. So 1-0. Thompson went 3 for 4. You can't say much more. That's exactly what you want out of your leadoff man. Eden Prairie, an especially talented team, fouled off. I knew they'd be a tough match for whoever ended up losing that Hard Hats game. The winner was the Hard Hats, of course. They went on. They will play Fargo approximately 6:15 tonight. It looked a lot less sure because there was rain concerns, but all of a sudden, those have kind of cleared up. So 1-1 count. Thompson takes one way above the zone, make it 2-1. So Songster on the mound, doing well. So a 2-1 count to the leadoff man Thompson here in the top of the first inning. Bouncer back to the mound. Throw to first. A hard throw, a little bit low, but handled by the first baseman. Don't worry, Igor. They'll find out in a minute. We just started out. We get the yesterday's Fargo Eden Prairie game got to like 330-ish viewers, so we'll see plenty in this one. I'm just glad people are enjoying them from around the nation. So first pitch, first batter goes down on a ground out to the pitcher. It'll bring up Joey Flom. Flom, the shortstop, went 1 for 4 yesterday, made an error that allowed a couple of Fargo runs to come in, if I remember correctly. Pops that one up into shallow left. Left fielder wants it. He will make the grab. So 2 easy outs on Eden Prairie to start off this game from Songster. Bring up Seth Tierney. Tierney, without a hit in this tourney, but he has gotten on base. He has a 500 OBP. He has 2 walks and is 0 for 2 with 2 walks. So that's what I got. Designated hitter. Tierney, big right-hander. Got some serious swing to his bat. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. So an 0-1 count. In the dirt, make it 1-1. One count. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Big swing there. Comes up empty. And now we're looking at a 1-2 here for Songster. He's trying to get out the inning spotless. Tierney seems overdue for a big smack of something. Brock Songster being given encouragement. That's strike 3. And that'll be the inning. So 1, 2, 3, they go down. Songster pitches a flawless first. And going into the bottom of the first, the PDG Gold Storm going to have a chance to take the lead here in the bottom of the inning. That's what happened to Eden Prairie yesterday. Plenty of hits, but they allowed 3 runs to Fargo in the bottom of the first. Fargo then held on to that 3-run lead until the 6th inning when they put on a few more. Or the 5th inning, they didn't do anything for 5 frames in between the 3 runs, but they were able to just about stay in front 3-2, despite the Eden Prairie offense.
Eden Prairie defensively at first base, Ashton Ferris. At second base, Nick Thompson. At third base, Hannon Anderson.
So in that inning, no hits, no runs, no earned runs, no errors, nobody left on base. 0-0 the score. And we go to the PDG Gold. The Elkhorn South Storm are going to lead off with their shortstop, Kobe Eichmeyer. Eichmeyer had a great day last night. A single, a double in the first 2 innings, a walk. All in all, did pretty well around. 2 stolen bases, 2 for 3. Can't complain about that. PDG Gold here. So both of these teams, high school continuation teams for Elkhorn South High School and the Eden Prairie High School. Both of these teams are runner-up in their respective states after very long state tournament processes. And so most of them a little bit lacking in the department of, depth or pitching side of things because they only are like 4 days removed from pitching many games to get here even.
Leading off the bottom of the first Elkhorn, the shortstop, no one, Kobe Eichmeyer.
In Prairie, Minnesota. Claim to fame, it won Money Magazine's Best Place to Live in 2010. Finished second in 2016. Pitch. Beautiful pitch right down the middle from Macklett. Eichmeyer. And they're calling Ike a big swing and a miss there on a slower ball. So we move to an 0-2. That one well short of the mound, or well short of the plate. Not able to get Eichmeyer to budge. I see some solid Eden Prairie representation in the stands here today, which is impressive because they are one of the furthest teams. Eden Prairie, 559 miles from Rapid City, 8-hour drive. As far as I know, I think they flew in. That's going to be hit foul. So, as far as I know, they did that because somebody is using the backup Hard Hats bus as a team bus right now, and I think it was them. I saw that outside of Noodles and Company yesterday. 2-2. Hard hit ball right back at the dugout, and everybody on the front steps back and gets a little nervous as that one goes and causes a little bit of movement out there. Two of the guys now just sitting down. They're not going to stand up outside the dugout anymore for PDG Gold. That's grounder soft into the shortstop's hands. Skipper to first. Good play. Out number 1 is recorded. Yeah, that's very possible. It's kind of hard for anything this north to be called best place to live on the basis of the brutal winters. So bringing up Carson Rauner. He is he has not been taken out of the plate at all in this tournament. That's a sharp grounder, muffed by the shortstop, and he muffs it again on the pickup. And so an error earlier. A quick error from the Eden Prairie team. That seemed to bite him last time. But shortstop Joey Flom, he made an error yesterday. He makes another one today. Bringing up the Oregon Duck commit, Michael Mechna. Mechna 2 for 3 in the tournament with a walk. He also did earn the loss after pitching an inning and 2/3, allowing 6 against the Hard Hats last night. That's a strike, so now we go to an 0-1. So an 0-1 for Macklett to Mechna. Mechna, very strong stance. He's wearing the green sneakers, probably Nike, judging by his affiliation with Oregon. Those might be some Oregon Select Nikes. Of course, Nike practically owns Oregon as the Oregon Ducks program. Throwback, not in time, but a good fake. The start of the throw while he wasn't looking at it, kind of thing. That was a solid fake out on the pitcher Macklett. 0-2. Mechna takes strike 3, and they will throw over there. A stolen base successful, but a ball drops into the zone for the for the third strike. And that'll be K number 1 of the day for Macklett. Taking off, Rauner will advance. The inning should be over now, so any runs will be unearned because of the error on the shortstop Flom. Macklett steps off the mound. Now he's ready. So 2 outs, man on second. And the cleanup man, Prairie. Oof, good block there from the Elkhorn, or sorry, from the Eden Prairie catcher, Dawson Miller. First pitch ball, though. Man in scoring position. Both of these teams had some great hitting in the last one, but were shut down by good pitching. Swing and a miss! Or in the case of PDG Gold, they just got all their hits early and rung up 4 in the first inning, though they would eventually lose the game 9-5 to the Hard Hats. That's a bouncer, it'll get away. Miller not able to corral that one, and heading to third is the runner. Rauner gets over to third, and it's a 2-1 count now. Another wild pitch would bring somebody in, probably, and break the tie here in the bottom of the first. That one just bounced off the chest pad up into the sky of the catcher, Miller. Miller gives a sign. Macklett likes it, and he delivers. That's a strike. No. Was it? Wow, okay, ball just inside. Just barely. I thought it might have landed over the plate. That's strike 2. Forgot that the other one wasn't called a strike. So it's a full count now. Prairie takes one at the knees. A good fastball from Macklett. So Macklett, the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss! Taking down Austin Geary, and that'll be the end of the inning. So both groups don't surrender any runs, and it's scoreless going into the top of the second. No hits for either team. No walks, no hit by pitches, just the one error. That's K number 2 for Macklett. There is no hits, no runs, no earned runs, one error on the shortstop Flom, 1 man left on, and it remains 0-0. Coming back out after pitching a perfect first inning is the pitcher Brock Songster for the PDG Gold team. Some nice chickadee representation out here at the ballpark. I see them hanging out on the wire. Now they're all going together someplace, but plenty of birds call the Fitzgerald Stadium home. Many of the speakers here function as good places for nests. And so you see little guys, little songbirds, you know, that kind of type, or finches, chickadees, nuthatches, grosbeaks, that whole deal. A lot of them live here at Fitzgerald Stadium, making their nests in the... Oh, we're getting a little bit of rain now. Just a little. Just some light sprinkling going on. Nothing major. But you do see some people start to move up towards the covered area of the stands here.
Looking off the top of the second floor in the first position, number 21, Ashton Ferris.
Ashton Ferris gonna lead this one off. Ferris, 1 for 4 in the tourney so far. Songster gives him a pitch right down the middle. He'll stare at it, and that'll be make it a 1 count. Thank you all for tuning in, spending your Thursday evening with me, wherever you're from. Songster throws one, it's fouled off. Make it 0-2. Songster throws a fastball high. Songster throwing with some serious speed here. I'd call mid to upper 80s on the fastball right there. It also has been missing more times than it lands, but still. So it's a 1-2. That's another high fastball. Songster waiting on a 2-2. He likes the sign. Never mind. Oh, he does. Deep breath. Delivers. Breaking ball right through the tire swing for the final strike of the at-bat. He's able to get a K. That's K number 2, both looking for Brock Songster. We watched in Game 1 as an incredible pitcher's duel happened. A 1-0 win for the Harrisburg Gold over the Williston Keybirds earlier today. The South Dakota champs got to advance further in the losers bracket. That's gonna go to the backstop. Nobody on to make it matter. That'll be a ball. One out count. Songster pitching to Dawson Miller. That's a strike right down the middle. A little bit taken off of that fastball. Might have been a changeup. I think it was just a slower fastball to make sure he made it. So Dawson Miller, 1 for 3 with a hit by pitch in this tourney. Miller watches another breaking ball. Ooh, call it a ball. I thought that was in. It's 2-1 count. I'm gonna rewatch it on the replay, see if I'm right. No, it was off the side. It was outside. That's grounded. High hopper over to third, or over to short. Throw to first in time. So, 2 quick outs and still perfect. Brock Songster. Bring up Carter Arneson. The left-hander coming into the box now. Arneson gonna have a lefty on lefty against the southpaw Songster. Arneson is 0 for 3. He does have a walk. That's a strike right down Main Street. So we go 0-1 now. That was one of the harder fastballs, and it landed in the zone. Songster seems to have a solid belief in his own stuff, and that's what you need if you're a good pitcher. That'll be a check swing. Doesn't go, so 1-1. All right, 1-1 count. A little bit up, make it 2-1. I'm okay. I can. Sure? Yeah. Thank you, though. All right, the rain's still slightly drizzling. 2-1. A little bit outside, so make it 3-1. 3-1. Pitch. A little bit high and a walk. So the first man able to reach base for Eden Prairie in this game, Carter Arneson, takes a walk on a 4-1 walk there, and Cade Hutchison comes to the plate. Hutchison had a very good night last night, 2 for 4 with a stolen base. He also played a pretty good center field, made a good behind the head catch, if I remember correctly. And that's a strike. Oh, 1. A flinch back to first gets the runner scampering. He was genuinely very, very concerned by that. So it's an 0-1 to Hutchison. Smoked foul. So we're looking at 0-2 now. Cade Hutchison, 2 for 4 in the tourney. Trying to get Eden Prairie on the board, or at least extend this inning. He's down in the count 0-2 now. Songster does have 2 Ks on the day. Both of them looking. A little outside. Able to wait on that one, and it's now a 1-2 count. One-two count. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. The breaking ball able to get Hutchison to lean into one that wasn't quite there yet, and that'll be the end of the inning. So nobody scores in the top of the second. Hutchison or Songster gets his third K, and no hits allowed, no runs, no earned runs, no errors. One man is left on, and it remains 0-0. So very similar game to what it felt like for the first game. That Keybirds versus Harrisburg Gold game. That game went 1-0. The only run came on a solo shot to left center. Harrisburg ended up riding that, and a great start from their starter Maddox Plack to a win, despite a 10K, 1 earned run, 4-hit masterpiece being thrown by Caden Finders of the Williston Keybirds. That's how that is. I did notice Eden Prairie playing some football out there in warm-up. Wasn't all baseball. You saw him throwing long toss. You saw like a little bit of as the opener to us that recited our code of sportsmanship pointed out, a little punt, pass, and kick out in the outfield for Eden Prairie.
Presenting the score in the bottom second, the right fielder, number 3, Jack Orville.
Up comes Jack Ulrich. Curveball finds the zone for Macalet, and it is 0-1 now. Ulrich 1 for 3. Still lightly drizzling, nothing to be concerned about. Fouled off, now behind in the count 0-2. That's going to be lined up the left field line, and in there it's going to be muffed quite a few times by the left fielder, and that'll be a single. So the first hit of the game is recorded, a leadoff single from the left fielder, Jack Ulrich, or right fielder, Jack Ulrich. PDG Gold get the first hit off of Macalet, or anybody in this game. And now Carter O'Neill up to bat. He had a 2-run double to bring in obviously. He had a 2-run double in the game earlier, or in last night's game against the Hard Hats, to make it 4-0 in the first. He had a good first at bat. So yeah, the weather looks a lot better now. Looking at the weather.com forecast, they say 24% chance all the way through 6 p.m., which is a lot better than it looked like this morning. It said 49% chance, and then by 5 o'clock it was saying 70% chance of a sustained thunderstorm. And right now, not what it's saying. It's saying it's probably not even going to rain until 7. 0-1. Ooh, off the leg. He put out a bunt, though. Does that count as a swing? No, counts as a bunt. It counts as just hit by pitch. Because he held the bunt out there. I know that if you swing and get hit by a pitch, you don't get a base. But if you bunt and you get hit by a pitch, if you show bunt and you get hit by a pitch, is that how that works? Because he never pulled it back. I don't know. But 2 men on, nobody out now for Macalet. He is going to have a quick conference with his catcher, Miller. Coming up now, Luke Hoskinson. Hoskinson trying to bring home a couple Gold members. The Gold had quite the rally. They were a 4 seed in their own sub-state regional earlier this year. where only 2 teams got out of that regional. They won it all as a 4 seed. Then they were pretty dominant in the state tournament. Bunt put down, foul. So make it 0-1. That should be a strike. I thought so. Because he kept the bunt out. He definitely did. But, I don't know. Then you get, like, to parts where, you know, somebody gets hit in the face and they can't pull it back into... I don't know. There's stuff like that. But I thought it might have been a strike. Anyways, the umpire gave him the base. So we're looking at 0-1. Bunt shown. Pulled back for a ball. That one was outside. Yeah, that is a strike. All right. Luke Hoskinson, 1-1 count. That hits him in the foot. Oh, gosh, that one hurt. Oh, he's going to limp his way over to first. The second hit by pitch on bunts. At least he pulled it back that time. So McAuliffe really painted himself into a corner here with the bases loaded, nobody out. Almost certain runs to come home for the for this gold team, this Elkhorn South Storm team, PDG Gold. Man, that was a painful one off the foot. Don't know how well Hoskinson will be able to run. It brings up Crew McDonald though. McDonald was 1 for 3 last night, had 2 Ks, both in crucial situations for the gold. That's a strike right down Main Street. No! High. I don't know about that. So bases loaded, nobody out. And Crew McDonald up to bat. Even a sac fly would break the tie here. McAuliffe having trouble with his control. That's a little bit high as well. 2-0 count.2-0 count. High. Make it 3-0. The 3-0. Walks in the runner. So the first run will come across on a walk. Still nobody out in this inning. 4 men led on base. Is he gonna take out? Is he gonna go to first? Hello? Who's going to first? Who's go? Oh, it was a balk. Apparently that was a balk. So nobody on first now. And there's the walk, so they fill in the base. That's what I thought happened earlier, but it took 1 extra pitch. So technically no RBI for McDonald then. Poor guy. That's the only thing that changes is he does not get an RBI. Because the balk brought in the runner, not him. So the first 4 runners get to base. And McAuliffe having a lot of trouble with his control right now. They're tossing the ball around. Might be the end of McAuliffe's day. They're doing hot potato out there. There's even Prairie kids having a fun time. No, McAuliffe's still on the mound. He'll still get it. So they're gonna trust McAuliffe here to fix his own mess with the bases loaded, still nobody out. PDG Gold bringing up their 9-hole hitter Connor Preble with the great hitting Kobe Eichmeyer on deck. Preble watches a strike, so there's a strike. McAuliffe able to locate his first strike in 7 pitches. 0-1. That's another strike. So 2 pounded into the zone and quickly ahead in the count. McAuliffe is there. He has 2 Ks on the day, both of those in the last inning, swing and a miss, and a walk, and one where the batter watched it. So Preble still got bases loaded, nobody out. Even a good ground out might bring in a run. Fouled off. Remains 0-2. Thank you all for tuning in to Hard Hats TV today in this elimination game. After this game, we will have the matchup of 2 state champions, Carpetland from Nebraska and Minnesota's St. Michael. That's strike 3. So a 3rd strikeout now here for McAuliffe. He seems to recollect himself a little. But will it be enough? That is only out number 1. Bases are still loaded. Double play ball in effect. Every base is a force out. Though wild pitches, McAuliffe only threw 1 of those so far today. That would bring a run. Kobe Eichmeyer. Eichmeyer, 0 for 1 in this game, was 2 for 3. Last game, that gets through the legs, but nothing far enough to move any runners. Eichmeyer was 2 for 3 with a run, a stolen base, and a walk. So 3 out of his 4 outcomes yesterday would bring in a run right now. Stepping off the rubber, touching the back of his hat. I get it, man. I adjust my hat too before serves in tennis. All right, 1-0. Fouled off. Eichmeyer got a hunk of that, but a little bit low, and it goes foul. So yeah, the 2 teams that won state titles, or one of these two state titles, are going to play each other next. St. Michael versus the it'll be St. Michael Mikes versus the Minnesota state champion, and the Nebraska state champion Carpetland Lincoln East Spartans. So a 2-1 count. McAuliffe delivers. That's going to be lined. Oh! Foul. No, that was definitely foul. He keeps on yelling foul ball. That was definitely foul. Just barely. That ball was most certainly foul, though. It landed in the pellets on the other side of the white. I am in a box up the on the third base line here, looking straight up it, and that was indeed foul. Everybody's got to go back to their bag. The umpire said it from the start. He was yelling, "Foul, foul!" Nobody believed him. But that was nearly something. So it's a 2-2 now for McAuliffe here against Eichmeyer. Two-two. Soft foul ball. Some of the Storm fans, or some of the Eden Prairie fans, having some fun with the other fan base, saying fair ball on that one. 2-2 here to Eichmeyer. Still a very pivotal situation in this game. Even though the Gold did blow their lead, they did get 4 on in the first inning against the Hard Hats. Served them well. Another foul ball into the bullpen, or into the dugout. Eichmeyer fighting. Still a ball to give for McAuliffe, but given his track record of control, you'd really not like him to, unless he thinks he could get a strikeout on the pitch. So a 2-2. Just barely got a piece of that one. Just about tapped it with the end of the bat. And stretching out, barely getting a piece of it. We are on pitch number... That was pitch number 8. We're on pitch number 9 of the at-bat now. That's reached on and poked into left center. It will be caught. Runner coming in. The man at second will stay. And another run scores for the Gold. Not the worst case scenario if you're an Eden Prairie fan, but also not the best. So a hard fought at bat turns into a run for the PDG Gold. bringing up Carson Rauner. Rauner has not gotten out at the plate in this tournament. He is 3 for 3 with a walk, a triple, and reaching on error on his last time up. That's a beautiful curve. No, a little bit out. Still a very pretty pitch, floating around out there. One out. Inside, 2-0. In the dirt and taking off. Neither runner will get in trouble as the throw is not made, and quickly behind in the count 3-0 with a chance to reload the bases is Carson Rauner. So wild pitch advances the runners. McAuliffe delivers the 3-0. It is a walk. Bases are loaded yet again here for the Storm.
Well, hitter number 8, Michael Mechna.
Mechna is up. He's 2 for 4 on the tourney. Does have a walk in his resume. High. This game we have Corey Oldich is the home plate umpire. 1-0. In the dirt, 2-0. Every umpire here appointed specifically by the American Legion Baseball group. They're from all around, being brought in to ump this tourney. So a 2-0. Swing and a miss, strike one. So a big hack goes it doesn't have a happy ending for Michael Mechna. Mechna did strike out looking his last time up. Still ahead in the count 2-1. At strike two, a slider finds the outside of the plate, and we're looking at a 2-2 now. Mechna, a 2-2. Strike three! Mechna goes down watching yet again. So after loading the bases with nobody out, Macalette able to get out not unscathed. He did allow 2 runs. The lead now belongs to the PDG Gold Storm, or Storm Gold, but that is better than it could have been, I guess I can say. With nobody on or with everybody on and nobody out. It could have been worse. That's all I'm saying. So, K number 4 and the third one looking. So, in that inning for PDG Gold, they have just 1 hit. They score 2 runs. Both of those are earned to the pitcher, Macalette. There are no errors, and 3 men are left on. And they take the lead 2-0. The lead not safe, though, for the Gold, even though they're riding off of great pitching so far with just the 1 man reaching base against Brock Songster. You are still looking at a 1-0, or what is it? You're still looking at a 2-0 game here, and this PDG Gold team did blow a 4-0 lead last night after acquiring it early. They're going to hope they learned from that lesson now that their season is on the line. PDG Gold, first trip to a regional, I believe. There's no way to prove it. At least I can't find the regional fields over time online like that. You can find the regional champions. I know they never made it to a Legion World Series, and I know that they never won a state title. I believe it's their first trip to a regional at all. Elkhorn South as a whole, the school only opened in 2010. As the Elkhorn High School from the past split up into Elkhorn North and Elkhorn South, as Elkhorn was swallowed by the Omaha metro area and became far larger. So now, Connor Meadows will lead off this inning for Eden Prairie. That's a very high ball taken. Like I said, Songster putting up some great pitching so far. The only spot on an otherwise spotless resume here in this game. So 1-0. That's hit hard into center. The center fielder going back. He will not grab it. It's going to the wall. That is going to be Meadows. Meadows rounding for second. He's going to go for third. The throw is going to be close. It is not in time. Connor Meadows gets the triple to lead off this inning. And Eden Prairie strikes back. Meadows did the right thing and slid on the outside of the plate, making the distance covered on the tag a little bit longer. And even though the throw was pretty close to beating him, the tag was applied late. I agree with the ump on that one. And Meadows gets his first hit of the tourney, bringing up the 9-hole hitter who has not faced anybody this game in this tourney. This is Haddon Armstrong. Strike one to him. So nobody out, man on third. Promise would say that Eden Prairie likely going to score at some point here in this inning. 0-1. That's lined into right center. It's going to get past both the fielders. It's going into the corner. Armstrong is rounding second. He's headed for third. The cutoff man gets it. Armstrong going to be told to hold up. That's back-to-back triples for Eden Prairie. That scores the runner Meadows. And Eden Prairie gets one of their runs back. Still no outs in this inning. Back-to-back triples after two amazing innings of work from Songster. He gets taken a little bit deeper than normal on that. That second one just kind of got over the head of the second baseman. For some reason, the center fielder was playing in. There was some sort of shift going on. He's no longer doing that, but he was playing closer to the infield. Maybe if there was a single up the middle, he would throw home or something. That might have been the idea behind it, but he was playing in, so when that had some speed, it rolled past him and the right fielder and got into the corner. So it was an 0-1 count. Songster gives that one, flared into left, caught. Now coming home is going to be the runner Armstrong. No, he won't. He'll hold up. A bad throw would have let him come home, but he was told to stay at third, so nobody scores on the flyout. Bring up Joey Flom. Flom does have an error in this game. He is 0 for 1. He is trying to tie this thing up, though, with a man on third, 1 out. You don't want to get to 2 outs because then a productive out isn't possible. You could make a productive out right here. I wouldn't suggest it, but the squeeze play, in effect, a sac fly, that kind of thing would be possible. Strike right down the middle from Songster. Now looking at 0-1. Gold clinging to a 1-run lead with a man on third. That lead, which took him so long to make, like in terms of actual real-world time, because that last half inning in the bottom of the second was in real world time at least 15, maybe 20 minutes. So 1-1 count. Songster delivers in the dirt. Good work to block that from the catcher, Crew McDonald. And now to 2-1. Thank you all for tuning in. Eden Prairie PDG Gold elimination game. Loser goes home, winner moves on. They will play the loser of St. Michael versus Carpetland, which would likely lead to a rematch, possibly. That's going to be floated into left. That'll be a single. Flom gets a single, and the game is tied. Eden Prairie rallies back and ties things up 2-2. RBI single from Flom.
Designated hitter, number 24, Seth Tierney.
Seth Tierney now up. He does not have a hit in the turn. He's over 3, but he does have 2 walks. Been a good influence on this Eden Prairie offense, but he does show that he has a strong bat. I just haven't seen it make great contact with anything yet. That's a little bit high. So 1-0. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 or strike 1. One count. Pitch high to Tierney. So we're looking at a 2-1 now. Baseball park here, the place you want to be. He has 8 on the year. Yeah, that sounds right. He's built like a home run hitter. I can say that for sure. Hasn't gotten a hit in this tourney, though, of any sort. So Tierney trying to give a lead to this Eden Prairie team. They were just trying to come back a little and maybe tie it. Now they're looking at a lead. Grounder, very high hop over to second. Handled cleanly, throw to first in time. So 1 out will happen. A shift pays off there as the second baseman playing deeper into right field was able to handle a hard hitter. That could have gotten over a second baseman playing closer to the bag. The runner advances in the top of the third here. And it'll bring up the cleanup man, Ashton Ferris. Ferris takes one at the knees and holding up, maybe. Throwback. Ooh. Man, PDG Gold had to make a tough play there. That one, the throw from Crew McDonald offline, nearly got into the outfield. Shortstop Kobe Eichmeyer able to pull that one down. That nearly was an extra base for Eden Prairie. So it's a 1-0 count now here. Throwback, not in time. It hit him. Feeling that one, shakes himself off. Seems like it got his arm, judging by what he's touching. One count. A little bit of cloud formation over the mountains in center, but nothing too big. Low ball. Go to a 2-2. Songster trying to at least keep it tied. That's a strike in the zone at the knees. So locates on that one, now a 2-1 count. Grounded over to shortstop. Eichmeyer gets it, throw to first in time. So, 2-run score for Eden Prairie. They equalize in the top of the third. And going into the bottom of the third, game is tied 2-2. Recap that inning for Eden Prairie. 3 hits, 3 runs. All 3 of them earned. No errors, and 1 man is left on. Or sorry, 2 hits, 3 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs. I bet. Got a little eager. So we are tied 2-2 entering the bottom of the third. PDG Gold trying to retake the lead that they had just a moment ago. I swear, I just saw it. It was right here. But the Gold are going to have the middle of the lineup come up, the 4, 5, and 6. Immaculate, probably quite happy. Eden Prairie did not afford the same luxury to their pitcher last night, Jackson Hunter. Jackson Hunter allowed 3 at the beginning of the game, and despite pitching 5 scoreless right after it, or 4 scoreless right after it, he earned the loss because Eden Prairie only put up 2 runs, and even though he was blanking Fargo for most of the game, he did earn the loss due to allowing just a few runs at the start. He went 6 innings, earned 4 runs in that game. So Austin Geary leads this one off. The Briarcliff commit is going to start off this inning for the Gold. Geary. Immaculate gives him a first pitch. That's a hanging curveball right in the zone. That's the kind of thing you want to punish as a cleanup man like Geary. But he sits on it, so it's an 0-1. Pitch. It's hit hard into center. It's not going to have the distance, and it will be grabbed. A very hard hit, though. In lesser ballparks, that would have gotten out. That was about 355, 360 area. Considering our center field sits around 390 in dead center. Bringing up Jack Ulrich. Ulrich started out the last inning with a single. He was the only hit in that inning and was the first run of the game for this PDG Gold team. Soft grounder over to short. Flom gets it. Throw to first is low, but handled. And out number 2. So 2 quick outs for Immaculate. And Carter O'Neill comes up to the plate. He was hit by a pitch on a bunt when he still had his bunt out, when we had a little bit of controversy, as I think by the rules that was supposed to be a strike and he would not have gotten the free base, as he still had the bunt put out there as if it were a swing, because you swing through and you get hit, you still take a strike. That's a strike on the outside of the plate, so we go to an 0-1. Carter O'Neill trying to keep this inning alive, generate something for the Gold here in the bottom of the 3rd. Another strike at the knees. A beautifully located pitch from Immaculate, who was having so much trouble with his command last inning. So it's an 0-1 or an 0-2 count. O'Neill watches one at his eyes. So 1-2. Oh, somebody's got a piece of food. Some sort of finch has it. Good for them. Taking it back to the nest. So a 1-2 count now. Speaking of birds, Eagles. Swing and a miss! Strike 3. Immaculate pitches a spotless inning, and we remain tied 4-4 or 2-2 entering the 4th inning. K number 5 of the day for the starter, Nick Immaculate. No hits, no runs, no earned runs, no errors, nobody left on in that inning, and it remains 2-2. Dawson Miller will lead off this inning for the Eagles, and for the first time in a minute, they will get a chance to take the lead. Well, they'll enter a tie game for the first time in a sec. Songster headed for Doane University in the fall. So now here's a good time. Dug up some stuff, and here is both of these places, bringing in the high schools of Elkhorn and Eden Prairie. But the distance, 538 miles for Elkhorn, 559 for Eden Prairie. So Eden Prairie a little bit further. They're both about 8 Eden Prairie would be about an 8-hour drive, 7.5 for Elkhorn, which is, you know, long, but when you're dealing with Dakotas, it's not that crazy. Eden Prairie, like I said, they won Best Place to Live. Elkhorn, they won 2 football state titles at Elkhorn South. Enrollment of 1,717 in 2022 for them. And we'll get back to all that in a sec. Elkhorn South, a very new school, so not a ton of famous graduates. Only opened in 2010. That's their first trip here to the regionals. Foul ball, as opposed to Eden Prairie. Eden Prairie, been around for a minute. They won they won a national in 2011. They made it. They were runner-up at nationals at the Legion World Series back in 2007 and 2010. Before this team even played a season of ball. So ball outside there. So now we go to a 1-1. Dawson Miller, 0 for 1 in this game, 1 for 4 in the tourney overall. The 1-1. That's a real spiker as well. Gets to the netting in the back there. So 2 pretty wild pitches from Songster in a row. Brock Songster was pitching a flawless game until last inning. Eden Prairie started to hit him, and they looked to keep on doing it. Another high pitch. So 3 pitches, not even resembling the zone. In 3 different ways. 1 very inside, 1 very high, and 1 not getting to the plate, so very low from the pitcher Songster. So looking for a leadoff walk. Dawson Miller looks at a 3-1. Ball high. That one the closest of the 4 balls, but nonetheless a ball. And we go to a leadoff walk is issued to Dawson Miller. The go-ahead run now reaches the base paths for Eden Prairie. Bringing up Carter Arneson. Arneson drew a walk with 2 outs his last time up and is 0 for 3 with 2 walks. So 400 OBP, 0 batting average. Songster delivers the first pitch, fouled off. Probably into the parking lot. So we're at 0-1. Something must have been on the ground there. She had to bend down, see that? Alright, 0-1. This is Arneson, the lefty. A lot of the lefties causing problems for this pitcher Songster. The lefty-lefty matchup seems to be an issue for him. I believe Meadows never mind. There's pretty much no lefties. The righties have been doing well. So I take it back. 0-2 to Arneson. Yeah, he's done pretty well actually against Flom, Thompson, and Arneson, all of which are the lefties. So 0-2. Still no outs in this inning. Songster throws 1 in the dirt, so we go to a 1-2 now. I'm Oliver Fell. Thanks for watching Hard Ads TV. Big shout out to all of our sponsors that make this possible. That's on the bottom of your screen right now. Constant Ticker. Proud to bring you Hard Ads Baseball. Take it off. A swing and a miss will be strike 3. So they exchange an out for base. Effectively an improvised sac bunt in the way it worked out, as they give a out for a base. That'll be K number 4, the second one swinging for the pitcher Songster, and they'll go down as a stolen base for Dawson Miller. Up comes Hutchison. Hutchison, 2 for 5 on the tourney, batting .400 out here in Rapid City. Stakes are high for this game. End of the summer. That's going to be a popper, and it's going to take some time to get to the shortstop. Eichmeyer, what a play! Eichmeyer grabs that one out the air, throws off of 1 foot, and throws a bullet to first base. Geary grabs it, and they're able to stop the leg-out infield single from happening. The runner does advance again, but you will take it. Kobe Eichmeyer made a great play there. I thought that was going to be, I personally thought that was going to be an infield single after it took 3 bounces to get to anybody in the infield. That's usually enough. And up comes Connor Meadows. He had a triple his last time up. Hits one up the line, fielded by the third baseman, throw to first in time. So, Songster, despite allowing the leadoff man to get aboard, able to keep the Eagles off the scoreboard in the top of the 4th, and we enter the midway point of this game. We are tied 2-2 in this elimination game here at the Central Plains Regional.
Goes out there, one left on base. Songster down at 59 pitches.
Songster on 59 pitches, that's a little high, especially if they plan on using him past the 5th.
The opportunity to get a red, white, or blue ticket, or maybe many of them.
So no hits, no runs, no earned runs, no errors. 1 man left on. It remains 2-2. The Gold yet again get a chance to take the lead here, but they are dealing with Macalit, who had a really shaky second, and then turned it around and pitched a perfect third, highlighted by a strikeout swinging to end the inning. He will face the bottom of the order, the 7, 8, and 9 here in the bottom of the 4th. Bottom of the order, not too shabby though. Hoskinson, McDonald, and Preble. Somebody just won the 50-50 raffle. Shout out to them. It is within the storm section of the crowd. By the way, all rain has stopped. We're dry as bone out here now. I think it stopped a while ago, to be honest. I just never noticed it because it wasn't really raining that hard in the first place. Now, this is a special event for Elkhorn South. Their first trip out here for a regional. The good thing about this tournament for everybody is you get knocked out, it doesn't sting as much because you already accomplished a really good season, right? This is all kind of extra because you look at this, both these teams got to the state championship. They put up good records, and they won a lot of tournament games to get to where they were. This is all kind of extra. You already had a successful season no matter what. So, there's that. But you want to keep on playing. You want to be the best. And everybody out here is striving for that. Here's 0-1. Swing. Did he go? Appeal? Nope. Strike. Yeah, I thought he went. So it's an 0-2. This is to Hoskinson. Hoskinson was hit by a pitch, came around to third before getting stranded by Macalit last time. Taken a little bit low, so now it's 1-2. Macalit throwing almost entirely fastballs right now. Not seeing a ton of breaking on his side of things. The 1-2 is going to be popped into shallow left center. Left fielder wants it, makes the grab. And that'll be the first out of the inning. So 4 consecutive retired by Macalit, and it'll bring up the 8-hole hitter, Crew McDonald. So Crew McDonald, crew as in like a group of people kind of crew, not spelled like CRUE or anything, or maybe Drew with a C if that helps you. That's what I'm seeing. So 0-1 count now. Beautiful curveball, just a little bit low. So good eye there from Crew McDonald not to get caught up in its beauty. I sure did. It's a 1-1. Popped up, out of play. Make it 1-2. High pitch. They do say that his catcher there, um, Miller, sure likes what he just threw. He says, even if that missed, that was a good pitch you threw just then. So now it's a 2-2 count to McDonald. Macklett delivers, just got a piece of that one off the end of the bat, or maybe the tippy top of the bat. For Crew McDonald, he will stay alive. See another pitch. Grounded sharply over to third. Handle cleanly the throw in time. So 2 retired now here in the bottom of the 4th. And the Gold will try to salvage what they can out of this offensive side of the inning.
The designated hitter number 2, Connor Preble.
Bringing up Preble. Connor Preble 0 for 2. He does have a strikeout in this game. That one was looking with men on with the bases loaded, I believe. Yeah, it was strikeout looking with the bases loaded. First out of the last inning. That's a good bunt put down. Macklett gets it. Throw is not going to be in time. Also off of the bag, but it wouldn't have gotten him anyways. And a successful single for the 9-hole hitter Preble will bring up the hard-hitting shortstop Kobe Eichmeyer.
Shortstop number 1, Kobe Eichmeyer.
The first bunt single I've seen in this game, or in this tournament. That's a big specialty of specifically guys like Dom McKnight and Philip Bentz on the hard hats, the post 2 hard hats, who will play Fargo later. Loser of that game will not play any of these guys. The loser of St. Michael versus Carpetland, which has both of the state champions, there's a good chance that, there's a 50% chance that one of these Bach. Nobody really knows what a Bach is. That's a Bach. That one, it gave off really big Bach vibes. I know, man. So runner moves into scoring position. Sharp grounder over to third. That'll be it. So nobody scores in the 4th inning for either team. It remains 2-2, and we will go into the 5th inning. Looking at a tie game, Eden Prairie trying to take their first lead of the game here in the top of the 5th.
The score in the bottom of the 4th inning, no errors, 1 run on base. Macklett is now at 70 pitches.
Ooh, 73 pitches for Macklett. That makes sense. I mean, he's pitched to a lot of guys. He's on his 3rd time through the order now, but still. So in that inning, 1 hit for PDG Gold. No runs, no earned runs. There were no errors on the Eagles, and 1 man is left on. Remains 2-2. So now the 9-1-2 in the due-up for the Eden Prairie Eagles. This is the kind of thing you want to happen. These are 3 guys who are table setters that get on base, and then you bring up the rest of the lineup. You're pretty much getting 2nd leadoff plus the rest. This is a recipe for success if you're just trying to get a few runs, not that many, not necessarily a rally. You just kind of want to get a few. This is the kind of people you want. And leading off is going to be Haddon Armstrong, who is 1 for 1 with a triple. He's slugging 3,000 at the moment.
Moving off the top of the fifth for Eden Prairie, the third baseman, number 11, Haddon Anderson.
Haddon Anderson, or this is Anderson. Why did I say Armstrong? Am I crazy? You're right, it is Anderson. My bad. Haddon Anderson. I did it again. Gonna lead off this inning. Songster gives him a ball. He's not impressed. Will lay off. It's a 1-0. Yep, Haddon Anderson. My bad. I just now realized that as I heard the PA announcer say it. I had it written down wrong on my sheet here. So 2-0 here to Anderson. That's a strike delivered right down Main Street. So now it's a 2-1 for Songster. Brock pitched a pretty good inning last time. He allowed the leadoff man to get on, and then didn't let anything else happen. 2-1. That's high. Little limbo move coming on from the batter Anderson. So Haddon Anderson waiting the 3-1 here. Songster does have 4 strikeouts on this game so far. That's a second strike. So now we run full. The leadoff man faces a full count. A leadoff walk is good as a leadoff single in baseball. Popped up out of play. We will continue. Yeah, if I'm wrong on something, tell me. If I'm pronouncing something wrong, I'm going to be doing these guys for many more days in terms of games. So I don't want to have it wrong the whole time, you know? So full count, payoff pitch in the dirt, not even close. And the runner will get to first base on a walk. So the leadoff runner walked yet again, the second time in a row that Brock Songster has done that. That makes it a lot harder for him, but that being said, he got out of trouble. He didn't allow any runs to score in the last inning, but the go-ahead run now sits on first base, and the leadoff man, Nick Thompson, is up to bat. He'll face a fellow lefty. Thompson was 3 for 4 last night against exclusively righties. Now, against a left-hander, he is 0 for 2 in this game. So that platooning coming into effect, I guess, for the left-hander Nick Thompson. Anderson leading off at first. His leg's kind of shaky. He seems to want to go somewhere. A little bit up and outside. Good eye there from Thompson. The 2-0. Throw. Not in time. Back-to-back sort of pitchers duels. Only 5 total hits through 4 innings in this game. Up and outside. Now sitting on a 3-0. Songster all of a sudden looking like he might he might be in for a little bit of a crisis if he walks the first 2 in a tie game like this in the 5th inning. You don't really want to have that. Thank you. Appreciate it. 3-0. That's a strike. Thompson stands tall nonetheless. He's happy of what's happening. Just has to make sure that he can throw strikes. Thompson looking to get on base for the first time today. Songster delivers, taking off. That's going to be a hit and run! Right to where the shortstop used to be. It's muffed by the center fielder. And going to third safely on a hit and run will be Haddon Anderson. What happened there was a liner to where Eichmeyer used to be. Eichmeyer stood in the right place to start out the play, but he came over to to back up the tag at second when Anderson took off. And then right after that, it became a situation where Haddon Anderson pulled the guy out of the place, and the liner went to where he used to be, got into center, and another single. So nobody out in this inning, and 2 men on. It looks like PDG. I see somebody walking out there, coming to check in on the bullpen. I don't think he's ready. He's still doing band workouts on the in the bullpen out there for the Storm, but if needed, they will call upon that reliever. They're gonna a coach out there is going to check on him. So a hit and run, doing well. Songster started out this game nearly perfect for the first 2. Allowed 2 runs, allowed 1 guy on, stranded him, and now facing quite a trouble as he goes up against Joey Flom. Flom had the RBI single that tied this game back in the 3rd inning. So Joey Flom, Big Joseph Flommert. That's not his name. Songster gives one, taking off is the runner. They're coming home. A double steal attempt. They're so worried about whether they got him. The other guy sneaks in back door. Eden Prairie has a lead. They did get him. So the runner got out. They were able to catch Thompson, but while they were looking over there, sneaking in the back door is Haddon Anderson. The diversion successful and an RBI stolen base. That's not how that works, but anyways, a stolen base works out just fine on what effectively was a steal of home from Haddon Anderson. So caught stealing, 4-2, or 2-4 for Thompson, out number 1, but Eden Prairie takes a lead. Joey Flom, 2-0 now in this count. He's leading it against Songster. Brock Songster throws another one inside, so now it's 3-0. Songster having a little bit of trouble. He can't seem to keep the bases empty. He's always got to have one friend on the base paths. He's had at least 1 man on for each of the last, or like pretty much all of the last 3 innings. 3-0. He gets another friend. So a walk will put another man on for this Eden Prairie team. Songster starting to run out of gas. They're only doing short toss in the bullpen right now, though they are not ready yet to bring in a reliever. The infield gonna have a talk with Songster. It was a good throw from Crew McDonald to get the man at second, but I think that Eden Prairie happy to make that exchange. And they nearly did get it. They nearly did get it to work out. But up comes Seth Tierney. Somehow, without a hit in this tourney, he is 0 for 4. That's low. Tierney, not the guy you want to face when your stuff is missing. Because if you miss the wrong pitch that's supposed to be outside and it falls right in the middle of the zone, I think you might, see that pitch in therapy. So it's a 1-0 now. That's a strike. Call at the knees. I think that might have been a little bit low, only because Tierney's tall. Against a normal batter, that is definitely in the zone, but Tierney being as tall as he is, I think that was a little below his. So it's a 1-1 count. Throw back to first, not going to catch Flom. 1-1 count. Tierney. Waiting. Taking off is going to be somebody a hit and run. Not successful this time, but it is going to prevent the double play. So a sharp liner to the second baseman will be the second out of the inning. It would have been a double play, but Flom was already running for second by the time that the ball was hit, meaning that that's just how it is. They weren't able to double play. He will reach, and Tierney is out 4-3 for the second out of the inning. Ashton Ferris now in. Ashton 0 for 3 in this game. He did have a ground out that ended the inning when a man was on second last time. So a ground out would also end the inning with a man on second this time. That's a soft grounder to third. The throw is late. He double clutched over there at third, and what should have been a routine play turned into a hit. I believe that's going to go down as an error on the PDG third baseman, Carter O'Neill. Nope, called a hit. They call it a hit. I don't know. I think that he wouldn't have gotten the hit had it not been, had the pumps not been used by O'Neill, who really didn't have to double clutch or triple clutch even. Up comes Dawson Miller. He's got 2 men on and 2 outs. He's being asked upon to extend this lead now for the Eden Prairie Eagles in this crucial elimination game. Every run matters. Songster knows that too. He's trying to prevent this all from happening. 1 run is something, but it's very overcomable. 2 runs, a little bit different. That's like a bona fide lead. So leading off of first is Ferris. Songster throws one at the shoulders, so we go to a 2-0. On deck, Carter Arneson. Dawson Miller is 1 for 4 in the tournament with a walk and a hit by pitch. Pitch from Songster. Fouled off. Make it a 2-1. Kids running for it out there. Good to see. Solid day for baseball. Sun finally coming out here at Fitzgerald Stadium in Rapid City, South Dakota. Oh, he just runs. Tierney, they'll just let him. Defensive indifference will allow the runner Ferris to go. They were so worried about that backdoor cut from last time that Ferris just got to take the base. Officially, that's defensive indifference because they never even tried to make a play when they could. Oh yeah, I forget the count doesn't change. 2-1. That's a strike. So now we go to a 2-2. Runners in scoring position. 2 of them. This is going to be a big pitch here to Dawson Miller. Miller has a chance to break this game open, give them a 3-run lead, if not more, with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. At the top of the 5th. That's lined. It will get through! No, it won't, but nothing that nothing that the shortstop Eichmeyer can do anything about, and that'll be an RBI single. An RBI single from the catcher Dawson Miller will make it 4-2 Eden Prairie. He comes through with 2 outs, same way Ferris did, so 2 hits in a row on the 2-out situation. That's what great tournament teams are made of, is 2-out hitting. That's what the Hard Hats were so good at last night that beat PDG Gold. And that seems to be the recipe that's working pretty well for the Gold in this one. It looks like they are finally getting ready with their pitcher out there. Might start to be useful soon. That is hit, foul. I think that hit the bat twice. Am I crazy? I think that hit the bat down. I think I heard 2 clicks. I think he hit it into the ground, and then the follow-through hit the ball a little further. I don't know. I thought I heard 2 smacks there from the bat. And unless it was the plate making the other smack, I don't see how that works without hitting the ball twice. I mean, we've all done it. Oh, they take off. They're just going to let him again. Eden Prairie is in the heads of these Storm players right now. And for the second time, he just runs over to second, and they're not going to stop him. Even with 2 outs. Wait, why aren't they stopping him? They can throw over to second and get the runner, and then the inning's over. You don't have to even worry about the 3rd guy coming home. That's coming in. He will be safe. So Ferris comes in to score. Another run scores on 2 outs here for Eden Prairie. I just thought about that. Why aren't they throwing that one over there when there's 2 outs? Because I get with 1 out, you can exchange a run for an out, and it's a worrying thing. But with 2 outs, it doesn't matter unless you take too long on the tag up. The other guy probably not coming home in time. He'll probably end the inning. Wild pitch gets a runner in, and now we go to a 2-1 count here to Carter Arneson. So 2-1. Songster throws one in the dirt, handled by Crew, but it is a 3-1 count nonetheless to Arneson. On deck, we've got Cade Hutchison. Hutchison, a real threat to get a good hit here for the team from Eden Prairie, Minnesota. In the dirt, walk. Somebody's got to pull. I don't know. I think we got to go pull the pitch. There you go. He's drowning out there, pitching too many pitches. He was on 59 entering the inning. He's surely in the 80s now, and it feels like Brock Songster running out of gas. And you can't let that hurt your team anymore, especially when the season is on the line. You know, you can't take your pitchers, you can't take your money to heaven, and you can't take your pitchers to the next round of an elimination game tournament. So, Arneson, the final batter in the day of Brock Songster, pitched a really good first two, then not so great for the rest. So, runners on the corners with 2 outs. We will recap the day for Brock Songster in a moment. So, Songster goes 4 2/3 innings pitched. He has at least 5 earned runs as the man on third and first still belonging to him. Ooh, solid fastball there from our warm-up man, number 14. That is... oh, I'm looking at the wrong sheet. Whoopsie. Sorry about that. It is Dane Mosser. Dane Mosser on the mound for Elkhorn South Storm, a.k.a. PDG Gold, a.k.a. by their government name, the Pannington Dental Group Elkhorn South Storm Gold baseball team. Dane Mosser going to be on the mound here. Runners on the corners. All of these, every run coming across with 2 outs in this inning. It could have been the end of the inning just a bit ago if that man did not, if there wasn't a double clutch kind of thing from the third baseman, Carter O'Neill, allowing Ashton Ferris to reach base. But back-to-back hits on 2 outs bring home 2 runs. And, well, bring home a run, and then the other one brought in by a wild pitch, but you get the idea. So, yeah. So, Dane Mosser up to bat against, Dane Mosser on the mound now, trying to get out of a little bit of trouble. They're just going to start running. They should just tag him. Yeah, this is the end of the inning. What are we doing? This should be the finishing part of the inning. They're going to let him get back to first. They're going to hold on. Eichmeyer just watching everybody, babysitting. Hey, they finally didn't let him get a bag. Eden Prairie is definitely in the heads of this PDG South team, but Eichmeyer just kind of chaperones the man back to first base where he belongs. And, yeah, he takes off again. He'll steal base. So another defensive indifference movement. That's the 3rd straight batter to do that. A stroke of genius from this Eden Prairie team, this Eden Prairie coaching staff to just exploit that. They've gotten 3 free second base trips in a row after their double steal earlier in the game. Scared him off. That's lined into right. Going up the line. That will go a little bit foul. Just a little bit foul, and we go to a 1-1 count. That nearly scored 2 for Eden Prairie. One hand grab. How about that? So Hutchison, 2 for 6 in the tournament. He's batting over 300, 333 to be exact. On deck, waiting right now. I see Fargo waiting for their game, or not Fargo. That's surely not the Mikes. That's probably Carpetland and the Whites right there. The Carpetland Spartans taken a little bit outside, wearing a jersey very reminiscent of the Pueblo Azteca from the Firecracker tournament. If you remember them from Hardheads TV. White shirts, light blue sleeves. That is going to be grounded. Second baseman has it. The final out made. So Eden Prairie puts on they put on 3 more runs and give themselves a substantial lead in this elimination game off of the starter, Brock Songster. They will now go into the bottom of the 5th, trying to defend that 3-run lead, and the Gold need to make their comeback and hold on to the lead to survive another day here at Rapid City, or here in Rapid City at the Central Plains Regional. This whole game kind of feels a little low energy from everybody. I don't know what it's about. I mean, I guess everybody's playing. I guess both of these teams playing their like 7th game in 6 days or something now. They've got to be somewhat exhausted. And of course, a little demoralized from the loss yesterday, but your season's on the line, man. You gotta show up. So to recap that inning for Eden Prairie, 3 hits, score 3 runs. All 3 of them are earned to the pitcher, Brock Songster. There are no errors in the inning, and 2 men are left on. It is 5-2. Coming back out for his 5th inning of work, having pitched already, pitching 73 pitches. It is Nick Macaulay. Drowner has yet to be retired at the plate in this game, or in any game of this tournament. He is 3 for 3 with a hit by pitch, 2 walks, and a triple. So he has been unstoppable. He's been terrorizing pitchers today and last night for the Gold. The kind of guy you want to start off a rally. Macaulay throws one in the other batter's box, so make it 2-0. Wide stance here from Drowner. A lot of weight being put on his front foot. Taking ball again. So Macaulay about to give Drowner his 2nd walk of the day. Sorry, Rauner, his 2nd walk of the day if possible. That's a strike. So Macaulay able to locate on that one. He's been having I can't figure this guy out. He has really bad control issues back in the 2nd inning, leading to those 2 runs. He loaded the bases with nobody out. That's hit up the line. It's called fair. Goes over the base. They call it fair. Now headed for 2nd is Rauner, and that'll be a double. That just went over the very outside of the base over at 3rd, and so that'll be fair, a double, just riding the edge of the white. You don't have to worry about bad lines here at Fitzgerald Stadium. Everything measured like 15 times before this field was made, and everything is straight. So a leadoff double. That's going to be hit high and deep into left, and it will drop. Off of the wall it goes. 1 run scores for the Gold, and that'll be another double. 2 doubles in a row. They saw the triples in a row earlier from Eden Prairie and decided that looked pretty fun. So 2 doubles in a row. Now for PDG Gold, they are able to earn one more run back, and there still are no outs in this inning. So Macaulay having some trouble, and the fact that he already has pitched nearly 80 pitches now. You'd have to think that his leash is going to be pretty short for the rest of this inning. Leading off of 2nd is Mechna. This is Geary, the cleanup man. Geary not done a ton of cleaning up, though. Today, he is 0 for 2, stranded one man in scoring position. He's got a chance with another one in scoring position, nobody out in this one. Swing and a miss! A big hack comes up with nothing but wind, and we're looking at an 0-2. No two. Fouled off. Throw. That's a big swing and a miss at one that doesn't even get to the plate. Staying at second is the runner, and that'll be out number one. Macalet able to retire Geary for the third time today. That is the second strikeout for Geary against Macalet, and that is going to be the sixth strikeout of the game for Macalet. Out number one at the inning, and brings up Jack Ulrich. Ulrich 1 for 2, does have a single and a run in this game. Ulrich standing in somewhat small for the for the right field position, I guess. I guess you're just used to seeing bigger, meatier right fielders. That's not the rule. It's just kind of how it sometimes goes. You usually can pick somebody that's a little slower in right, but has good arm. You know, a lot of muscle, but not a lot of speed. You can usually put that guy in right. So 0-1 outside, make it 1-1. Elkhorn sparking a comeback, possibly. That's in the ground, and taking off is going to be the runner Mechna. So, now, just 90 feet away, Michael Mechna threatens to bring this game to a one-run contest with a sac fly, a productive ground out, a squeeze bunt, anything like that that could bring him in. Or even just a wild pitch. So Macalet throws a strike on the outside top left corner. Good pitch there. He's able to locate, paints the corner. So now it's a 2-2 count for Macalet here to the batter Ulrich. Ulrich put it in play. He might bring someone home. Outside, good grab out there for Miller. Drew Miller saves the ball from going to the backstop. That almost certainly would have scored Mechna from third. Full count. The payoff pitch. Macalet gives him one. Swing and a miss. They throw back to third. Ooh! They don't get him, but what a throw that was from the catcher, Drew Miller. He puts it over the shoulder of Mechna, right into the sliding glove of the third baseman, and nearly gets an out back at third on a strikeout. It was a gutsy throw, because if that bounces off of Mechna and gets somewhere that you don't want to go, you put a lot of juice on that one. That's going into the outfield or foul territory, maybe even scoring the guy. So first pitch strike. That was strikeout number 7 of the day for strikeout number 7 for Macalet. He is reaching the end of his day here. This is probably the final inning of work. That gets to the backstop. Wait, it was a balk anyways. It didn't change anything, the fact it was a balk. It just makes it so that wasn't a walk, or that wasn't a ball. So the count remains 0-1, and nobody knows what a balk is. I don't know, man. You can't. I look at the same play 3 times, and the exact same play will be called a balk like once and then not a balk twice, or it'll be called a balk twice and not once. Like you could show an umpire the exact same play, and I guarantee you 40% of them will give you like a different answer than the other group. That's a strike. There are some blatant balks, but it's kind of hard. So it's 0-1. 2 runs do score, though, for the goal. Carter O'Neill. The 0-2. Immaculate throws one outside, up and away. So now 1-2. O'Neill 0 for 1 in this game. Does have a hit by pitch and a run. He stole home on that double steal situation. Oh, wait, no, never mind. He came in on a sac fly. Popped up and out of play. Into the stands. Watch out. Oh, it takes a skip off the concourse. Comes back down. It's going to roll all the way to the front. It'll try to go back to the field. It'll go up against the backstop from the spectator side. It wanted to be back with its brethren out on the field. My time has not come yet. So 1-2. Mechna, ooh, gets a flinch, but nothing concrete from the batter Carter O'Neill. O'Neill possibly cost the Gold 3 runs in the last, or 2 runs in the last inning with his double clutch situation over at third, allowing Ashton Ferris to reach base. So it's a 2-2. That's strike 3. Top right corner. Painting it is going to be Nick Immaculate. So they hold on to the lead. 2 runs scored. This is going to be a tight finish. Going into the 6th inning, Eden Prairie leads 5-4. Pair of good games to start out the day. Cannot complain here on the broadcaster's side. And we've still got 2 more to go. So he strikes out the side, actually. That's K's 6, 7, and 8 in a row for Immaculate. He really closed, after allowing those first 2 doubles, he shut things down. So in that inning for PDG Gold, 2 hits, 2 runs. Both of them are earned to Immaculate. There are no errors and nobody left on. It becomes 4-5. The only man not to bat in the last inning for Eden Prairie, Connor Meadows, is going to come up to bat now to lead things off in the 6th. So I can't find any notable people from Elkhorn because it's no longer a place. It's just a part of Omaha. It got annexed by Omaha in 2007, but we do have some people from Eden Prairie that you might know. Some notable Eden Prairie people. We have the All-American ACT Player of the Year, first-round draft pick Jermaine Johnson, currently playing for the Jets in the NFL. Alec Pottinger, world champion curler in 2003. Allison, sorry. Kenny Stills, former NFL player. Ethan Rogge, a Creighton player. You might know him. All of you Lincoln Southers probably, or Eden, or I'm losing it. Elkhorn South people probably know Ethan Rogge. They know of the Rogge Bombs. I'm still a fan of the Creighton Blue Jays because my dad's from the region. And my grandpa has season tickets and whatnot. So it's a 2-1, taken high. He was a photographer for Creighton for a number of years. Another person, Todd Downing, Tennessee Titans offensive coordinator, and from 2021 to 22, he took the passing game coordinator job now at New York Jets. That'll be a leadoff walk to Connor Meadows.
Third baseman number 11, Adam Anderson.
And then somebody you won't know by name, but you'll be impressed by their accomplishments, David Bazuki, or Bazuki, something like that. The co-founder of Roblox and current CEO of the second most popular kids game on the market, only behind Minecraft. Roblox changing the gaming world forever. So 2-0 count. That's going to be lined over to second. Throw to short in time. Eichmeyer to first. Double play! You got to remember, that's not the end of the inning. Eichmeyer tried to walk off the field there. So a 4-6-3 double play. Successful. Out number 2. That's a soft grounder over to second. It is, ooh, bobbled. They still make the out. So out of the glove into the bare hand, and throwing back into first base is going to be the second baseman, Carson Rauner, and that'll be the final out. He puts together a 4-6-2 double play and a impressive fielding play to get the man at first. So all 3 men go down. Top of the 6th, Eden Prairie does not put any, and doesn't bring in any. And they still hold a slim lead. Is that Macklett? It is. They are going to use him to completion. He was at 73 pitches before last inning. He's surely in the 90s now. So you could throw to a max of 105. Well, you could throw to a max of whatever it is before you get to 105. You could finish the at-bat. You can finish the at-bat once you hit 105 in the middle of the at-bat. So in theory, you could go to like 150 if you have a 50 pitch at-bat and you start at 19, or like a 51 pitch at-bat and you start at 104, 104 pitches, but unlikely. The bottom of the order due up here for the Elkhorn South Storm. That is the 7, 8, and 9. Leading off, Luke Hutchison will start things off. The Gold fighting for their season here. The loser goes home. Winner moves on and plays the state champion of either Nebraska or Minnesota, possibly having a rematch. There's a 50% chance that you get a rematch of a state championship in the next round, which is just kind of work that way. 50% chance. Because there's a 50% chance one team moves on and faces the wrong team to make a state championship rematch, and there's 2 chances of that. And so 2 out of 4 would be that possibility popped up and out of play. So strike 1 is there. You're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Macklett and some stuff there. We'll keep an eye on some of the rest of the tournaments going on around the nation. Northwest tournament in Gillette, Wyoming underway. They have 7 state championships plus Gillette Riders. That's going into right. So a leadoff single. That's what you need if you're the Gold. So a Storm runner reaches base. First man to do so. Or another time. So that is every inning that the Gold have gotten on base to start out. Gotten the leadoff man on. They have scored that run. They've actually scored the first 2 runners in both of the innings that happened. So weirdly enough, this guy, 100% odds of coming in if you were to go by the book. Well, and the guy I mentioned is Crew McDonald. McDonald, 1 for 2, or 0 for 2 with a walk. So he's gotten on base 50% of the time. I hope you all are enjoying here at Hard Hats TV. We bring you every game of this Central Plains Regional Tournament. Pulled back, that's a strike. So we go to a 1-1. In between innings, I'll run you through the bracket. We will have a significant break before the 3:30 game, I would expect. Which I'll get to eat a little lunch, go, nibble on some things. Bunt put down strongly, foul. It was a good punch he gave to that thing, though. Down the first base line, I appreciate the effort. Even though some of the best bunts, you just kind of catch it with your bat. I did hear something at a game. Earlier this year, the Hard Hats were at the Gopher Classic in Minnesota. We got to watch a Twins game against the Orioles. And there was a guy in front of us, an Orioles fan, saying that they used mini lacrosse sticks to catch the bunts. That is going to be a throw to first in time. So an out will be exchanged for a base, and the tying run moves over to second on a sac bunt. But what I was hearing was that that somebody, I think it was of his high school team or something, or maybe a pro team. I don't know what the deal was, but he was telling me that a training method for bunting right now that was a good one was getting lacrosse sticks with short arms and catching the ball at home with the lacrosse stick, and then you practice and you catch it with the bat. So grounder hard over to second. Second out is recorded. The tying run moves over to third now, but with 2 outs, not a guarantee to get over. So 4-3 put out for the second out of the inning. Bringing up the leadoff man, Kobe Eichmeyer. This is the guy you want in charge to take this. That being said, Eichmeyer had a lot of trouble with this, with the pitcher, Macklett here in this game. Good block from Miller will keep the runner at bay, but a ball nonetheless. So it's a 1-0 count. Kobe Eichmeyer was 2 for 3 last night, is 0 for 3 today. Well, 0 for 2. He had a sac fly that doesn't count as anything. Grounded to third, handled cleanly. The throw to first in time. Eichmeyer dives. He's upset with himself, and that could be his final. That could be his final at bat of the season. All things considered, in the bottom of the 6th, PDG Gold still trails by 1 run, 5-4. This is going to come down to the wire, but the Eden Prairie going to play one more inning of ball. They'll get to try to extend their lead in the top of the inning, and then they'll have to defend it in the bottom. PDG Gold down to their final inning of baseball. It looks like they're going to have to make a comeback and keep this thing tight. So stand by. This is going to be a great game, great finish here in the 7th inning. In that inning, 1 hit, no runs, no earned runs. There were no errors. 1 man left on before the Storm. They got the leadoff man on, weren't able to do much with it. They moved him around the bases, but you can't come in to score on 3 outs. It just doesn't work that way. There's one too many bases for that to be an effective method. And it remains 5-4. Here is the, now that we're waiting a moment, here is the bracket for the Central Plains Regional. Earlier today, a 1-0 great game played between the Williston Keybirds of Williston, North Dakota, and the South Dakota State champion Harrisburg Gold. Harrisburg just about pulled that one out, left a man at third for the final out in the bottom of the 7th, and moved on. They will play the loser of Rapid City Hard Hats versus Fargo Post 2. Then this game, whoever wins this will move on and play the loser of the game up next, the St. Michael Mikes against the Carpetland Spartans, the 2 state champions of Nebraska, or Minnesota and Nebraska respectively. That's fouled into the dugout, and nobody harmed. So it's an 0-1 here to the leadoff man. Eden Prairie has a pretty good part of their lineup due. This is Joey Flom leading things off. Flom 1 for 2 in the game with an RBI single and a walk. That's a little outside. 1-1. I already did the just a bit outside earlier this game. Can't do it again. You can't milk it too much, you know? So 1-1 count. Up and away, make it 2-1. Grounded over to the batter, and that'll be out number 1. So a soft grounder will be a quick out for Dane Masser, the pitcher here for the Gold. So Seth Tierney now up. He's 0 for 3 in this game, 0 for 5 in the tournament so far. He has the bat, it just hasn't made good contact yet. To be fair, he had a hard line out he had a hard grounder that got cleanly fielded before. Popped up. Might be Brian, who knows? Shout out to Brian, I guess. So 2-1. The BA makes sense. It's Brian Anderson. Loved you on the Marlins. That's going to be lined to the left. That'll be the first hit for Tierney. And a single for Seth Tierney will get him there. And Eden Prairie gets a hit in this inning. And Tierney going to be pinch ran for. The designated hitter. I'd agree that's probably a better move. Coming in to pinch run for Seth Tierney, we have Eden Prairie's Joey Getz. Getz played for third last game. So the pinch runner over on first now. Any run can help here. Just a 1-run deficit. You don't want to let up. You don't want to blow the save, and you also most certainly don't want to let up a walk-off in the bottom of the inning. That would leave a sour taste in your mouth for the next 10 months. No, we'll give you 8. We'll give you 8 months. You'll probably start playing in May. No, that'd be 10. That'd be 10. I'm right anyways. So 0-2 count. Leading off of first is Tierney. Just got a piece of it. Ferris will live to fight another pitch. And it is 1-3. He had a single that and came around to score. Represents the 5th run on the scoreboard in the 5th inning for this Eagles team. So 0-2 count. They start to take off. They don't! And headed back to first, not in time. A strikeout. Tierney was kind of thrown off by the jab step. Ferris was thrown off by the apparent start to a steal by the pinch runner Joey Getz, who thought he was going to go, and then everybody kind of stopped, and because there was a lot of commotion saying steal, steal, but there wasn't a steal, and anyways, he watches one over the middle of the plate. I think he did get psyched out by that. That's the first strikeout of the game for Masser, for Dane Masser. And so Dawson Miller up with 2 outs, man on first. Trying to extend this lead. Dawson Miller came through the last time. He hit a single into center that brought home a run to make it a 4-2 ball game at the time. Taken off, and Getz is taken off. The throw from McDonald very high. Good backup from the second baseman, Rauner, to stop that play that got a little bit over Eichmeyer's glove from getting into center field. Nonetheless, a stolen base from the pinch runner Getz will put him in scoring position here. A good single could bring in a run. Miller already has one of those RBI singles today. So 2-1. That's hit into center. It'll drop. Getz is coming home. He will be safe. One more run scores for Eden Prairie. That one just got over Rauner's head into center. And so a blooper brings in a run. And Eden Prairie now leads by 2 runs here in the top of the 7th. The second RBI single of the day for Dawson Miller. He's having a great one. He is 2 for 3 on the day. 2 RBIs and a stolen base. That stolen base from Getz proving to be useful, and the fact that that they even pinch ran for Tierney proving useful. I doubt he would have came around if it not had been for the stolen base. 1-0. Carter Arneson up to bat. He has 2 walks and a strikeout in this game. Taking ball. Well, he'll happily settle for a third and bring up Cade Hutchison. We'll see, though. It's a 2-0 count. Nasser. Pass was just getting out of this thing. He already kind of blew it. That's going to be lined. And anyways, another single. Sorry, I didn't blow it. Didn't mean that. Sorry about that. But another single from Arneson. And it'll bring up Hutchison with 2 men on. Eden Prairie not going to take their foot off the pedal. They've got to go as hard as they can until the end of this game. This is their season on the line, and every run matters. This Gold team put up 2 runs before in a lot of innings and would have a chance to walk it off nonetheless in the bottom of the inning here against whoever reliever they've thrown, because there's no way Macalit is going to be usable. He's on such a high pitch count at this point. There's no way he's going to be back for more than 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. Hit right up in the middle, caught. So that one found its way to a glove, and Rauner finishes it off. 2 runners stranded, but a run comes in for Eden Prairie, and going into the bottom of the inning, they hold a 2-run lead. Trying to close this thing out is number 12. We have Aiden Karanen. Aiden Karanen going to come in, try to close this thing out, save the game, and keep the season alive for this Eden Prairie team. The Gold tasked with hitting off of him, getting a walk-off, and living to see another day. So to recap that inning for Eden Prairie, 3 hits, 1 run. That run was earned, no errors, and 2 men left on. It is 6-4. So the first man comes in instead of Macalit is going to be, like I said, Aiden Karanen, a Finnish name. You can tell with the Karanen side. The unends you get, that's pretty much always Finnish. We've talked about the great Nordic connection out here, especially in Minnesota, hence the name for the Minnesota Vikings. Have a quarter Norwegian, but my grandpa grew up in the St. Paul area. That's where I get my height. He was 6'8", something crazy. But he was completely Norwegian. Parents immigrated in, and he was out there in Minnesota as well. So you're looking at it, you know, just that kind of thing. So we've got Aiden Karanen taking it on. Nick Macalit finishes the game. 6 innings pitched with how many earned runs? 4? I believe it's 4. Got 4 earned runs. And how many strikeouts? We got 8 strikeouts for Macalit. So he finishes there. He is in position for the win, but he requires Aiden Karanen to finish this one off. The Gold not going, they're backed into a corner here. It's now or never for this team. And they've got a good part of their order up, the 2, 3, and 4 coming in the due-up. Leading off is the man who just doesn't get out. It's Carson Rauner. He's 5 for 5 in this tournament, swinging possibly the best bat in the tournament. Overall. You'd probably have to say the best bat. My only thought would be extra base hits. So 2-1, take it a little bit high. Good eye there from Rauner. He does have a walk in this game. Has 2 walks overall, but he just doesn't get out at the plate. The kind of guy you need, but would be super helpful if you just need a 1 run. It's inside, and he will take his base. The leadoff man gets on, brings the tying run to the plate, and it is Michael Mechna. Mechna, the Oregon commit, coming up to bat. He had a double and an RBI double where he came around to score later on a balk back in the 5th inning. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 for Karanen. 0-1. A little bit high, make it 1-1. That's a strike 2. Karanen floats a breaking ball right at the top of the zone. So now we go to a 1-2. Every out matters here. Michael Mechna staring down a 1-2 count. Drives one softly, shortstop. That's a double play ball. Over to second. They get one. Throw to first. Not in time. It gets away. He will stay at first. The lead runner retired. The first out recorded. Mechna will take the place of Rauner at first on a fielder's choice. 6-4 fielder's choice will be out number 1. Brings up Austin Geary. Geary 0 for 3 in this game. 1 for 7 on the tourney. But he needs to come through right now. Nothing else matters. It doesn't matter your past. It doesn't matter anything like that. It matters what you do right here in the bottom of the 7th. Foul tip. Strike 1. Mechna leading off at first. I see St. Michael pulling in their light blue jerseys. I wouldn't call them babies. They're a little bit darker than babies. Maybe like the kind of blue you see in a cartoon raindrop, or the raindrop emoji. That's a good blue. That's a good blue. That raindrop emoji blue. There you go. So a 2-1. You can tell what generation I'm from. Grounded over to second. This could end it. The flip to short in time. They get 1. Once again, a double play ball turns into 1. And now down to their final out. The PDG Gold in some deep trouble. But everything comes down to Jack Ulrich's at bat right here. Eden Prairie on the verge of getting out of this thing, moving on, seeing another day, and maybe having a rematch against that team they lost 5-4 in the state championship to from St. Michael. Ulrich watches another ball. Ooh! Called strike. Just about caught the plate on the outside there. So now a 1-1. 1-1 count. Ulrich pops it up. That might do it. The first baseman for the Eagles calls for it. Makes the grab. And that'll be it. Eden Prairie finishes it out. They win the game. They will move on here at the Central Plains Regional, and they will continue their journey. Elkhorn South, in their first appearance at the Regional, does go 0-2. 2 pretty competitive games nonetheless. The save will go to Aiden Lekkonen, and the win will go to Mackillett. The loss heads to the starter for the for this Elkhorn South team. That is Brock Songser. So the Eagles able to pull that one out. If you look at the bracket right here, real quick, you will see they will move on, and they will face the losers, St. Michael and Carpetland, later on. You'll see, if you want to see who that game ends up being, stick with us. At 3:30, we will have that game for you here on Hard Hats TV. But that's it. So, sending home Elkhorn South. They had a great season. They finished runner-up. They got all the way here, the first time ever doing so. And that'll do it for them. Eden Prairie, we'll see them tomorrow against Carpetland or St. Michael. So, from Oliver Fell here at Hard Hats TV. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you at about 3:15. So, see you in a minute. Thank you all for watching. Signing off here. Final score, Eden Prairie Eagles 6. The PDG Elkhorn South Storm Gold 4. Thank you.